I demand to see all the classified files on the UFOs. Because I want to know. I'd want to know what has been going on. Did you do that?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, we had, I think it was at the beginning of my second term, we had the anniversary of Roswell.
You waited that long?
I did.
New York Times story yesterday about Mrs. Clinton promising to get to the bottom of the UFO and Area 51 conspiracies. And I wondered if the president would like to meet her.
Defend the space station from foreign invaders. And kind of looks like he's ready to defend the space station from foreign invaders.
How long will it be before the government fesses up, so to speak, and
sat
tells
down,
us what they know?
We sat down with Paul McGuire, who gave a riveting interview with us for the film Watchmen Chronicles in their own words. And McGuire's going, look, this is all, he thinks disclosure is imminent. Pastor Billy Crone basically tag teams with McGuire on this and says the same thing. Carl Tatrim gave, again, an in-depth interview on why disclosure is imminent. Look, the governments of the world have already disclosed on some level. We got England, France, Germany, Peru, Brazil, Japan, Mexico, all have come on the record stating that the UFO phenomenon is real. The U.S. refuses to deal with it, and yet John Podesta, when he left office under the Obama administration, out of all the subjects he could talk about, Podesta says, well, he only wish he would have discussed the UFO phenomena more and was able to give us more information to the public. It's like, why talk about that?
Is this the most compelling thing that you have? Is this video, or is there more that you have seen?
Yeah, no, there's significantly more. These two videos that are out in the public domain are simply just a very, very small sample of the collective amount of information that we have over the years.
So, Luis, was there a conversation in the agency, or in this group of we need to tell the American people this is not information that the government should hoard. This is really kind of important stuff.
Harry Reid of Nevada. Officials with the program studied various unexplained sightings. One of the associated videos released shows an encounter between an unknown object and two Navy F-18 fighter jets off the coast of San Diego as they tried to chase it. The egg-shaped object in the video appeared to defy the laws of physics with its unusual maneuvers.
One of the pilots we quote was looking down into the water and saw a huge object under the water and another object hovering above it.
I absolutely think that there's going to be disclosure in one form or another. I'm not certain about what that will be. Number one is, I think we're right on the verge. When I say on the verge, it could happen this year or next year, where the scientific community is going to make an announcement that will reverberate throughout the whole world, where they will essentially say that we now have genetic evidence that planet Earth was seeded by some kind of extraterrestrial race X amount of years ago. I'm absolutely convinced of that, because the theory of evolution is under attack, and this still takes place somewhat under the jurisdiction of the theory of evolution. But the idea is that we were seeded by an extraterrestrial race, and I think an announcement is coming soon.
Well, I certainly think a disclosure is imminent, and not just because I say so, but if you, as you've done many a times and pointed out, there's all kinds of soft disclosure that's going on.
There's something definitely going on, and there's reports everywhere of sightings of different things.
I'd say, well, why are you then interested in this other subject? Well, because we live in the last days, and these things are going to be revealed.
And so it is, and there are many countries of the world right now that are disclosing, releasing official Ministry of Defense files. Our own Paul Hare, former Defense Minister of Canada, he's been going around Canada and the States involved with disclosure.
And you can go back to the 1980s, and they're talking about it in an imminent kind of a way. In the 1990s, they're talking about it in an imminent kind of way. It's always, we're ready to come. We're almost there.
In terms of disclosure, whether it is like a fallen angel technology disclosure, because I believe that occult technology exists, fallen angel technology exists, or whether it is a psychological, like a Project Bluebeam, where it's some kind of very sophisticated illusion. It would have to be pretty sophisticated. But we're on the verge of something, because we have geneticists saying that we've got the DNA pool of mankind has extraterrestrial DNA in it. We have this convergence of scientific information. So absolutely yes, a disclosure is coming. And with the stuff coming out of the Vatican and other sources, it could happen in a year now, or any month,
studies
actually.
using NASA's upcoming James Webb telescope launching in 2018. With much greater sensitivity, Webb will be able to detect the chemical fingerprints of water, methane, organics, other important molecules that really are related, we believe, to lives, and the factor that help us assess whether these worlds have an ability to harbor life. With all this activity related to the search of life in so many different areas, we are on the verge of one of the most profound discoveries ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Zurbuchen and Dr. Bergesser.
I think it's time to open the books on questions that have remained in the dark, on the question of government investigations of UFOs. It's time to find out what the truth really is that's out there. We ought to do it really because it's right. We ought to do it because the American people, quite frankly, can handle the truth. And we ought to do it because it's the law.